as far as your game goes, second year back, from the injury, now that you've gone through camp, where do you think, you might be a little better, a little more comfortable, because you were out so long?
Yeah, I'm definitely a different player than I once was, but I think in a way better form and version. I'm more mature, I'm smarter, I'm quicker, I understand the game more, I really trust the people around me. So yeah, it's being out for that long, it's hard. But now that I'm back, and I've been back for a while, it's definitely like I've seen a new version of myself out on the field, and it's cool to see, and it gives me hope and gives me faith to keep just moving forward because I know what I can do, and I trust the guys around me, and it's been great.
Jake, with the physicality that this offense demands, how much pride do you guys take as an offensive line in sort of setting the tone in week one in terms of physicality?
Yeah, we take a tremendous amount of pride in that. That's the number one core value of our program is being tough and nasty and physical up front. And that really it starts with offensive line and defensive line. And I mean, that's what we love to do. That's what we train every day for. That's just what we do. That's who we are. So we do take a tremendous amount of pride in that.
With Emerson,
Go ahead. I was going to say, from a timeline standpoint, going back to the injury, was it an hour? Was it just a couple hours that you knew you were okay, or was it overnight and you found out the next morning that there was no damage? How long was there a limbo in terms of, the health of your leg?
Probably about 8 hours. There's an 8-hour window of like, we're not too sure, and kind of got rushed and got the results back pretty quick. And so about an 8-hour window where I'm calling my parents, telling them what's going on. But yeah, 8 hours later, I knew I was okay.
Emerson Mandel, seems like he asserted himself pretty quickly during fall camp in terms of first team reps. Just what does he bring to that spot next to you, and just like Corey, just how have you seen him grow too?
Yeah, Emerson, he's a baller. He's gonna take people and move them off the line of scrimmage. That's what he's best at. He's strong, he's physical, he's tough. You're gonna see some people get moved off the line against their will. Like it's really cool to see. I haven't seen that in a while. So he brings that edge to the right side of our offensive line where he can just move people and bend people off the line. And even for him, like since the spring, I've seen a tremendous jump from him with play calls and talking and knowledge of the game. Like he's done a really good job since the spring, kind of asserting himself into that starting line.
Brandon Lane was a guy that probably didn't have the impact he wanted to or thought he would last year. And just your matchups with him, what's different about him from a year ago that now going into the season he's got a number one by his name?
Yeah, he's bigger, stronger, and faster. Last year, he's always been big and strong, but like especially this year, like he's really taken it to another level. He's tough to block, he's quick, but that strength and that athleticism that he brings to our defensive line is special.
Where do you feel like you've seen the most growth in this offensive line as a whole, kind of throughout the fall camp?
I would say in our leadership. We set the tone of every play, whether it's with physicality or doing whatever's asked of us. We get back to that huddle and everyone kind of looks at us to answer the call. And if we have a bad play, we got to jump right back up and own it and live it and just keep moving forward. So that leadership amongst us five, kind of taking control of the whole offense is where I've seen a huge jump from us.
Everybody good with Jake?
Yep.